Are we live? All right, hi, it's Mike from DIYtv, and today I wanted to kind of go through what's going on. So we are in the middle of a kitchen renovation with the kids and everything. So let me turn this thing around. Oh, there it is. All right, so let's see. There used to be a wall here that separated these two rooms. I wish this would zoom out a little bit. Okay, so there was a wall. Oh, there was a wall right here. Okay, so that wall's been taken down. And now what we're doing is we are combining these two rooms to make one big kitchen. All right, so a couple of things we ran into. We ran into some HVAC, so there was some returns here. We removed those returns and we actually relocated that return here. Right, Katie? Mm-hmm. They're all supporting their new hats. What else did we run into? We ran into a lot of electrical. So this little hole here had multiple lines running through it. And we also had a lot of lines dropping in from the ceiling because this was a corner right here of the old wall. So we had to relocate all of those lines into those switches over there. So a couple of them, we actually went down into the basement and then kind of fished them back up. So that was a lot of fun. We had another supply here that runs up actually, that goes up and it's into that ceiling up there, runs across the ceiling. And what I'm gonna do is I have to take the ceiling out of this closet at a later time and tie that back in. The one thing is that supplies, it was actually very small and it was supplying the kids' bathroom, and the kids' bathroom is in the middle of the house, literally. All four corners are surrounded by other rooms in the house. So I'm wondering actually if that room even needs supply. So we're gonna kind of go through a season or two and see if the room seems like it has issues with with temperature, and if it does, I will I'll hook that back up. But probably I should probably hook it up. Let's just say I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna hook it up. Don't worry. So, all right. So what else? What else have we run into? So we today what our plan is actually we're going to install the island. So the island is going to be here. I really wish this would zoom out. Maybe if I do this. Yeah, I'll do it this way. So the island is actually going to go from right here all the way down. It's 157 inches, a little over 14 feet.
That's the countertop.
No, so what's the
cabinets are.
What's the island? 157 inches? What's that, like 14 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so like 14 feet all the way down. Okay, so we're going to be installing that today. Actually, we're going to be installing a farmhouse sink. So we have to cut this all apart. And I didn't realize how difficult farmhouse sinks were to install. You have to really just basically custom make a stand for the sink. But whatever, we're gonna do that. So I'll be making a video on that as well. I have a pretty good plan, but you know how plans are, they're good until you try to do them and then you have to adjust. But that's okay. We're used to adjusting here. Another thing we ran into was a HVAC duct. I got to straighten it up a little bit, but that HVAC duct was actually right here. Okay, so I'm not sure if that's being shown. Yeah, it was back here because there was a window here, right? So we had to move that. Basically, all I did is I went into the basement. I cut the duct and then just ran it up forward. And then what it does is it comes up and then it kind of does like a 180 and comes back up and then there. So if you actually were to go in there, it kind of goes in like that. And that's into the duct. All right, so what else? Yeah, this wall, so don't do what I did. So what I should have done, here guys, anyone who wants
I'll
to-
videotape.
Okay, so can you see all of this? So don't do what I did, all right? So when I removed this window, this was an existing wall, and I removed all of this because I had to cover the window. Now there was a bad bump here because I don't know why. So there's actually this wall starts here, it goes in, and then it comes out like this. It's kind of crazy. So what I should have done is I should have removed all of this drywall, all of this whole wall, and just rebuilt it from the corner all the way down, but I didn't. I thought I was going to be able to get around it, and it really caused a lot of issues when I was putting these base cabinets in. So don't ever do that, I think what I'm gonna end up doing when I do the uppers is I'm gonna cut this drywall right at the base and I'm gonna replace it then. Should have done it before I put the base cabinets in, but at this point we have to get all this done because our countertops are coming on Tuesday. But let me show you how bad this is. I mean, I didn't catch that. I should have caught that, but I mean, that's probably about an inch off, inch and a half, almost 2 inches off. This is terrible, and I can't hang base cabinets on this. So I don't know, either I'm gonna chip away all of this, and probably what I'll do is I'll chip away at all of this and see if I can make it flat. And if that doesn't work, then I'll just remove all the drywall. So try the easier solution first, and then kind of go with the second. What I should have done is removed all the drywall. So don't do what I did. Sometimes you need to remove more than you need to. Like Mike Holmes, like, oh, the light bulb's out, we got to take the whole wall down, right? So, what else? We moved the stove. So the stove actually used to be against this wall here. We had to move the plumbing. We put the stove there. Move the electrical. We also have lines up here that are for future outlets that are going to be underneath the countertops. Okay, so we ran those before we put the uppers in. And what we'll do is when we put the uppers on, when we determine the height of the uppers, we'll put a ledger board on the wall, and then I'll probably have to drill another hole and pull these down, and it'll sneak out through the bottom real clean out the bottom. Here, let me show you over here. It'll sneak out. You can't even see it, but if you look under here, look how clean. No, can't rotate it. It's giving me errors. Yeah, you can't see it, but it'll basically be like that. But this is what we're going with. See these under cabinet plugs? They're really nice, real sleek. You don't even see them. They disappear. I really like them. So we'll be putting those in on all the cabinets over there. Oh, how are you? How's the live cast? All right, so what else? We have these. So these are for under cabinet lights. These are going to be LED controlled through Alexa, through your phone, and I have these pre-run as well. These will sneak down and connect into LEDs underneath all the cabinets, and also I'm going to run them underneath the base as well. So everything will light up, dimmable. It's pretty cool. It's a whole custom solution. I'm going to make a video on how to do that. You can make everything custom length. It's really nice. It's going to work very well. So that's another thing. This is for our range hood, okay? This is something you want to think about as well. This was placed here for kind of a reason. You can see there's a stud here. I need to duct this outside, right? So I can be able to cut a hole. There's nothing in there, okay, or pre-checked. And I'll be able to cut a hole and exhaust this outside, okay? So that's one thing. All the cabinets are from Click Studios. It's an online, I'd say they're like an online cabinet retailer. They are very good. They do kitchen design for free. So you basically email them a picture of your place. You email them all of the measurements of your place. Tell them what you kind of want to do, kind of give them some loose parameters and let them do their thing. And they'll come back with a design of your kitchen, a 3D model. Now I don't have them, I don't have it. Of course I can never find the plans, but wow, they're gone. They'll give you a 3D model so you'll be able to literally see exactly what it's going to look like. And it gives you all the measurements and everything like that. It's really nice when you're working, you have a plan basically. And it's probably the first thing you should do whenever you're doing a kitchen, because everything's kind of based around that. You know, then you can kind of look at it and go, you know what, I don't think I want my refrigerator there. I think I want my microwave here. And then you can make the adjustments real easily on a computer. It's a lot cheaper to do it on a computer beforehand than after the fact, right? So, you know, check them out, clickstudios.com. The guy I worked with was Lucas. He was super helpful. I actually worked, oh, thank you, yeah. I actually worked with not a bunch. I worked with like 4 different designers because we designed this kitchen over 3 years. But this is sort of like a crude printout of what you get. This is some other printouts. This has all my lighting and electrical designs on it. But you see, this is how the island and the count uppers, this is where the, so it looks a lot better, believe me, it looks a lot better on a computer. It's like 3D, it looks really good. It really gives you a visualization of what you're gonna get and what you're gonna have. Again, all free, and the people there are really nice and really responsive. You can do it all online, you don't have to go to the store. Believe me, I dealt with the big box stores, dealt with the big, the Swedish store as well. Went in there, sat there with my wife for hours trying to design a kitchen, and then you never would finish. You always had to come back. It was always a hassle. So Click Studios makes it real simple. You can just do it all online from the comfort of your couch, you know, and you can email them and they'll make the changes. It's so simple. I'd really highly recommend them. And they do all kinds of different stuff. So they do actually bathrooms now too, but you can get all the cabinets from there. These are all plywood cabinets, high quality, you know, should be here longer than me. So what else? We have a lot of drywall, you can see that was done. We had to remove all the soffits up here.
Speakers.
Yeah, we got Sonos going in. So that's all pre-wired. That's what these huge holes are for. Sonos speakers. My speaker wire's up there. That's all run down into the basement. That's gonna be cool. Make a video on that as well. It's all gonna be tied into the TV. So we'll be able to play sound all through here. And we have 4 speakers so that we don't have to have the music blaring out of there. We can have it kind of all just the sound kind of low everywhere. So it's not, you know, in your ear. You can have conversations, you can talk, things like that. They actually recommended for this area 6 speakers, but I knew my wife would kill me if I got 6 speakers, so I only got 4. Anyway, what else? What else, guys? We put the doors in. This was obviously done before. You saw the video on that, or maybe you didn't, but if you did, these were old windows. We made these doors. So, pretty easy. Now, I wouldn't say easy project, but it's pretty involved. But the nice thing is whenever it's a window, it's a lot easier to put a door in, vice versa, because you can use the header that's already there. Especially if you're going to make the window, if you're going to make the door smaller than the window, then it's even a better case scenario, or the same size. Okay, if you got to make the door bigger than the window, then you're kind of just it's a hole. You might as well just be cutting a hole in any wall because you have to make a larger header. Okay, another thing that we're going to be doing is crown molding. So we'll be doing crown molding along all the tops. Make a video on that. Crown molding up here. The one cool thing that I like about this, we still haven't figured it out, is the lights. So we put a bunch of lights in, and they are controlled via Alexa. So you can do things like, now the problem is, I'm not going to change it. You can change the lights, the colors, but then we haven't been able to figure out how to change them back yet. But
yeah,
like
just say change it to white.
Yeah, soft white.
Yeah, I'll do it. Alexa, change the color to green.
Sorry, what device?
Alexa.
Kitchen.
Oh, it's green. So now everything's green. We got them to sync up. That was a little bit of a headache.
Change
But now we need to put them back.
Soft white.
Ah, see down the way.
Still
Okay.
looking one right there.
It'll pop up. Maybe.
I don't know. See, we got a couple ones that are like a little, little special lights. We got one over there. When you do it through voice control, it works better with the app. I don't know. It's weird. I still got to figure this one out. Not all the way there. What else? What else? What else? I think that's about it. We're putting a barn door here eventually. This is not priority, but there's gonna be an island here, right? So it's gonna be tight. So we're gonna put a barn door here, slide it over, and slide it back, because there's gonna be benches or seats here. What else? That's it. I think today we're gonna get into, we have to build this island because.
Flooring?
Yeah, flooring will be, we're gonna do obviously all new flooring in here. We'll be doing a video on that. That's life-proof flooring. Pretty much it's a Home Depot,
Yeah.
brand, I'm pretty sure. Even though Home Depot doesn't own it, I think it's exclusively through Home Depot. But it's a good product. Did a bunch of research, like more research on floors than you could imagine. And yes, I ended up on LifeProof. So,
Dad, what about the mold?
yeah, we had some, there was an old, it was mold on the floor, just a little bit. It was over here. There was the refrigerator used to be right here, and they had a leak before us. And there was mold here, yeah, so we cleaned that up. No big deal. You can see it's all been cleaned up. So that's it. We have a bunch of patching to do, you know, so we put some plywood down there. Now we got to just fill these in before we do any kind of finished flooring. I think that is it. So at this point, yeah, you can see we don't have a sink. And one thing we did is we did not take anything out until the last possible second. Meaning we didn't move the stove until the last, like the day we were removing the wall. We didn't remove the sink until the day we needed to put this island in. We didn't remove the floor here until last night. So they had a floor, still had the floor in here. So we basically are dissecting this kitchen piece by piece. I think it's when you're living through it, you have kids, you need to have a sink, you need to have all this working stuff, right? So you can't just go out and, ideally, if you're not living in a house, you can just ideally like rip everything out. But it's not, we don't live in ideal situations most of the time. So we dissected this kitchen. We took it apart piece by piece. And now basically where we are is we want to get the cabinets, the base cabinets in as soon as possible. What? What? Why are you signaling me? What's this? What does this mean? You give me the peace sign? Basically we're right now, where we are is we want to get the base cabinets in so we get our countertops in, so we get our sink in. Okay, so we took our sink out on the last day we possibly needed it, and then the next day we instantly start putting all the base cabinets back in. Okay, so they're gonna come on Tuesday, then it takes 7 to 10 days to get our countertops. During that time, what I'll be doing is running all my drain line, because obviously there's no drain, nothing here, because this is all brand new. So that the day they come in and put the countertop in, I'll be able to put my faucet in, and everything will work. The dishwasher will be hooked up, everything will be good. Okay, so a lot of planning here, but I'd say that I would dissect your kitchen if you're thinking about doing it. Do it slowly, and then do it fast to try to get all the bases in and get your countertops in. Then when you're waiting for your countertops, you can do all your plumbing. Kind of get all your plumbing ready so that the day they put the countertops in, you have a sink. I think it's really annoying not having a sink in here at all. Okay, that's another thing. We're putting a sink here as well. So this will be a sink here. As well, this will just be like filtered water. So this will be pretty cool. So that's about it. Just wanted to kind of give an update on where we're at. If you're into this thing, this DIY thing, on any kind of, if you like to DIY your house, or you need to know you want to know how to do stuff, or how to, possibly mess stuff up, but then fix it, or you're thinking about doing your own kitchen and stuff like that, you kind of want to see what does it take. Even if you're doing it yourself, or you're hiring someone to do it, I think it's good to know, good to watch the process on how much work is this. It's a lot of work, but you can really make it a lot more work if you don't plan very well. So it always goes back to that plan. Like I said, we've been planning this kitchen for 3 years. 3 years, yeah, 3 years, maybe longer. I think before we even moved into this house, we were planning this kitchen. The design changed 150 times, and our family will tell you. They would come over, we'd show them a design, we go, this is what we're doing, and I'd say, yeah, this is what we're doing until we change it, right? So, but it felt good once we moved forward on it. So that's it. I'm Mike, Family DIYtv. Please like the video, please hit that subscription button. I'm not sure if anyone joined the live stream, but that's okay, this video will be up there. And, oh, someone joined? One person? 2 people? 2 people. Oh, that's what this meant. Yeah. Okay. Does it say who it is?
No.
They left? Okay.
But there's one, I think that hang on for the whole time.
There's one person here.
Let me see.
Thank you for joining.
Oh.
That.
Does it say who's joined?
No.
No. All right. Well. All right. Well, that's fine. I'm Mike, Family DIYtv. Check out our hats. If you want a hat, email me. I'm not sure what we're doing yet with these hats. Maybe we'll sell them, maybe we won't. I have no idea.
We'll sell them.
All right. So I'm Mike, Family DIYtv.
And we're out. And we're out.
Yeah.